Hello, Seekers of Science. I'm Tamara Robertson, your co-founder, coming to you from the Files of S.O.S. with your tech fact. Did you know that influenza is the most common infectious disease? In fact, according to the World Health Organization, 20 to 30% of children and 5 to 10% of adults are infected with the flu every year, costing the U.S. $1 to $6 million per 100,000 people. Prevention through vaccination is the most sensible measure to protect people against infection and contain the spread of the flu. In Issue 2, we cover the initial portions of a pandemic flu outbreak and what it takes to flatten the curve. Having been on the front lines during the swine flu pandemic, Issue 2 is near and dear to my heart because it showcases what we went through in order to mobilize, characterize, and produce a vaccine. The CDC recommends use of any licensed age-appropriate influenza vaccine during influenza season, including inactivated influenza vaccines, recombinant influenza vaccines, and live attenuated influenza vaccines. Now, there's no preference expressed for any one type of influenza vaccine over another, so what is the difference between these vaccines, and how are they made? The main difference lies in the activation level of the candidate vaccine virus that are used during manufacturing. For instance, in an inactivated influenza vaccine, the candidate vaccine virus has been deactivated, whereas in a live attenuated influenza vaccine, the candidate vaccine virus has been weakened and is still present. The next difference is the basis for manufacturing, i.e. the host material utilized to produce the antibodies in the vaccine. Over the last 70 years, the most common flu vaccine process has been an egg-based manufacturing process, which can produce inactivated influenza vaccine, commonly the flu shot, and live attenuated influenza vaccine, commonly the nasal spray flu vaccine. This process requires a large number of eggs, as well as a longer startup for the production process than alternatives. The process that I was helpful in designing and implementing in the USA is the cell-based production process for flu vaccines, which got FDA approval in 2012. This method produces inactivated flu vaccines, commonly the flu shot, and can begin with candidate vaccine viruses from eggs or from cells. The benefit of this process is that the need for large numbers of eggs is diminished, as is the potential for adverse reactions due to egg allergies. This process also is able to produce new vaccines quicker than alternatives based on a faster startup. Regardless of what the basis material is or the type of activation level of the candidate vaccine virus, the benefit of getting a flu shot each season is obvious. So make sure to get yours this upcoming season so that you can share the benefits of health and spare your loved ones the risk of sharing an infectious disease. Now make sure to check out seekersofscience.com to pick up your copy of Issue 2 on pandemic outbreaks today. And until next time, citizen scientists, remember to always answer the call of those in need.